I'm Mike Lorenka. I'm the Associate Publisher, Chief Operating Officer, and General Manager for the Interstate General Media, the parent company of Philadelphia Inquirer and Philadelphia Daily News. Welcome to Transformation of a Digital Incubator. This is the first of two sessions that Interstate General Media will be hosting as the official media partner for Philly Tech Week. This is an ideal time for us. This year's Philly Tech Week coincides with just last Monday, we launched officially our Inquirer.com and PhillyNews.com websites, which are dedicated to each of our newspapers. Later in the program, we hear more of the exciting changes that are happening on our flagship site, Philly.com, and many of which are emerging and been in development with our incubator. Back in July 2011, our company joined with Ben Franklin Technology Partners of Southeastern Pennsylvania, Drexel University, and Dream It Ventures in receipt of a grant from the John S. and James L. Knight Foundation to create or begin the Digital Incubator, Project Liberty Digital Incubator. Tonight you'll hear from our third class of incubator participants and how they continue to successfully transform the objectives and the mission of the incubator into reality in our region. The Project Liberty Digital Incubator has furthered the development of Philadelphia's startup community and is assisting in collaboration with the Ben Franklin Technology Partners, our incubator operator, to help the city of Philadelphia become a dominant hub for technology. Now I'd like to introduce our first speaker, Michael Days, who is our editor of the Philadelphia Daily News, and we'll talk to you about how the incubator has had positive impacts on our newsroom. Thank you.
Many thanks, Mike, for the introduction. And good evening. Good evening. A popular question that we often receive about the incubator is this: does it really make a difference to have the startup companies housed here amidst the newsrooms? I can confirm that the impact is real and the outcome is measurable based on the development of the Philly Daily News app powered by Rumble, a company that participated in the incubator's second class. And I believe there's some Rumble folks here. If you'd stand and wave. Yes, yes. Rumble worked closely with our newsroom to develop an innovative app that very much reflects the Daily News' bold tabloid roots. The Daily News app went from conception to execution all in-house before arriving in the marketplace last fall. Drexel University's co-op support of the incubator also has been key. The students are provided first-hand exposure to digital marketing and information technology. In addition, they gain skills in how innovative news products can evolve in a collaborative process. John Armstrong and Devin Ringwald, Drexel co-op students from our previous class, are here tonight. Did you guys stand? There you are, they are standing. It's good to have you here. I want to acknowledge them for their hard work in promoting the app throughout the region. They seem to be everywhere, and for working closely with Rumble on the app's successful development. They're also two very nice guys. Now I'm pleased to introduce Terry Hicks of Ben Franklin Technology Partners of Southeastern Pennsylvania. That's quite a long name. The operators of the incubator. Terry will serve as moderator of our program. Terry.
Thank you, and good evening, everybody. Okay, I'm going to stick to my script tonight. I've been told that if I don't, I might get a little wordy, so I'm going to stick to the script tonight. Let me add my welcome to all of you for attending this evening. We at Ben Franklin are extremely proud to be associated with Project Liberty. We do believe that it's very transformative, and that'll become apparent later on this evening in the program. I'd like to welcome to the platform at this point Corey and Omar. These are two gentlemen that spend quite a bit of time during the course of the day interacting with the incubator and its participants. That's good. Now, do I get to sit down or do I have to stand? Oh, I can sit down. Okay, great. Okay, let me begin by asking you each to define your individual responsibilities and how you support the incubator in terms of your positions. Corey?
Sure. Well, in addition to having daily administrative duties with the incubator, I think my most important role is as a facilitator of relationships with internally, so that we can help the startups connect with the people they need to know internally to help make their ideas, bring them to fruition, and ultimately, hopefully, a successful product. And then I also get involved with, which is sort of an internal duty, but takes an external form in terms of helping identify other companies in the community that might be good prospects for future classes.
So I've been working with the companies one-on-one on helping them develop their business plans in more detail, helping them with their pitch to potential investors, to potential customers and partners, and helping them navigate the funding process in the area, and especially through Ben Franklin. Also, I've been helping identify experts who can come in and give lunch and learn seminars to them, and these have been in areas of marketing and strategy support and branding, navigating intellectual property issues, how to conduct accounting, day-to-day accounting for a small business in a cost-effective manner, the human resources and recruiting efforts.
Okay, the incubator is currently at the midpoint of its third class. What can you tell us about the transformation of this program since it launched in January of 2012?
I'll take a first shot at that. Well, one thing that I've seen is that, we've been getting better at identifying companies through the program that really are fitting a need with Interstate General Media. And we've also been better at organizing seminars and conducting the work that we do to fit the needs of the companies themselves. So we conducted a lot of surveys of past participants, and for the class coming in now, the seminars that we have, the lunch and learns, are things that the other classes have said really were effective for them. And also we've been able to help these companies really pitch what they have to Interstate General Media here more effectively.
Yeah, and I think that was put well. The only thing I'd add is I think we're getting better about the processes that we're using to help make those connections internally. So like Omar said, we're getting better with identifying the needs of the company and where we can potentially find startups that meet those needs. We have liaisons that we assign to each company so we can help them, so that person internally is familiar with the processes and where the information is and the people they need to know. And then we're getting better with all of those processes to help make sure we're making efficient use of time for the startups and for Interstate General Media.
And just to add, having Corey here on site to really help with those relationships has been it's been an amazing help to push things forward and get the companies working with the paper and its properties much faster.
Thanks.
Thanks. Okay, since arriving at the new location in 2012, what are the most noticeable changes that you believe have impacted the incubator?
I guess I'll take that. I think the first and most obvious and probably the biggest is the move to the new location here. The incubator in the old building was on its own floor. It was somewhat isolated. If you look at the floor plan around here, it's much more open. It facilitates an easier dialogue in terms of idea exchange, relationship, incidental connections in the hallways, the kinds of things that more modern floor plans and work environments really espouse. So I think the building and the location, and then the opportunity as just the longevity of the incubator, the fact that we've been here, the staff of Interstate General Media see the companies, they know the companies, they have a better idea as to why they're here and what they're doing here. And as we move along, we're looking forward to more of that so that we can have, ideally, working with all departments within the newspaper and innovating in all departments.
And I would just add, having the companies be in this better location and interacting more quickly and effectively with the paper and its properties has changed the way the companies have been presenting themselves to potential partners and customers, and also to potential investors. So having the opportunity to have their products tested here with pilot programs and integrating here has been a huge plus for them, both in the eyes of potential investors and potential partners.
Okay, here's a good one. Would it be fair to say that having an incubator in a news operation is transformative and influencing the media industry by the development of incubators in other cities?
Well, I don't want to oversell this, but, we were the first.
Why not? Go ahead.
We were the first incubator in a news operation in the country and possibly the world, although I haven't verified the world, certainly in the country. And I think it's accurate to say that we directly led to an incubator being formed in Boston and in New York in news operations. So yet again, another Philly first. And I think in terms of being transformative, the whole point of the incubator is to help. I see it as two big goals: to help drive innovation in news media business within Interstate General Media, and to help give startups an opportunity to test their assumptions and to test the technologies they're developing. And I think in that way, we are being transformative in the news business.
This is just to add, this is a trend that's not only in the media industry in terms of having an incubator within the operations of a large organization to bring in startups to test ideas that can change the business model of a large corporation and, in a sense, the strategy. I mean, you're seeing incubators now. There's ones at Yahoo, AOL has one, HP has one, Cisco has one. So it's something that's been utilized effectively across other industries as well to better the way the large organization functions.
Kate, from a regional perspective, what can you tell us about some of the incubator participants from the first and second classes of the program?
I could start with that. So the first class were all graduates of the Dream Adventures program, which is a great program coaching companies through a 3-month process. Those entrepreneurs tended to be a little bit younger in their careers. For most of them, it was their first startup. And for the second class, they were more mature in the sense that they were later in their careers, had a lot of other experiences, and in some cases, this wasn't the first business venture that they had launched. But what I would say, which is really, I think, amazing, is that all of the 6 companies that have graduated from the program have done extremely well in terms of growing their businesses, acquiring new customers, and in particular, I think for this area, in attracting outside investment. So 6 companies have graduated. There's been a total of over $6 million raised in total by the companies. About $750,000 has been from Ben Franklin. Ben Franklin has invested in all of the companies, but the rest has been leveraged from outside parties, from outside angel groups, and from investors outside of the area, from New York, and even, like in the case of Rumble News, from international investors. So I think that's a very, very impressive figure for them. And milestone.
The only thing I'd add to that is, in my opinion, the 6-month window that these companies are here is, call it an arbitrary date. They're here for a period of time, but that's a legacy relationship that continues. So, even after they exit the incubator, there's opportunity there for those relationships to pay dividends down the line. And indeed, there's at least 2 companies that have exited that did not have current relationships with the incubator when they exited the incubator, but those conversations are still ongoing and hopefully wind up producing something sustainable, down the line.
Okay, very good. We're not taking any questions, right? Okay. Okay, can we recognize these 2 gentlemen who...
Thank you.
Stay up there.
We're now going to bring up to the platform the current class of companies. Okay, here's your opportunity to shine. Okay, provide me with an overview, and this is for each of you. Provide an overview about your company, its mission, and what you've been specifically doing within the incubator since arriving in January.
Okay, so I'll start. We are a company called Tuva Labs. Tuva Labs, we're an education company, and our mission is to make math learning more relevant and engaging for students. So what does that mean? So making math a process that students learn in their daily lives around their favorite topics, their favorite movies, their favorite sports players, all of that. So we've been in existence for over a year and a half, and specifically for the Project Liberty Incubator, we entered the incubator with an hypothesis that learning doesn't have to be in school, learning can happen anywhere. And it can happen while you're reading the news article, which all of us hopefully do every day. So the question that we asked ourselves was, is this something that the publishing industry would be interested in, which is embedding a way for their readers and their community to learn as they are being informed about the news? And the incubator has been a great opportunity for us to answer that question here in Philadelphia. So that was kind of our mission.
Hi, I'm with a view from my seat. And what we do is we crowdsource photos from events, from stadiums, arenas, small theaters, so that you're not taking a guess on the ticket that you're buying. We have had an exceptional time here, and we're working closely with Philly.com to provide the Philadelphia area and the readership a more informed guess while buying the during the ticketing purchasing process. Okay, sorry, I choked.
So hi, I'm from TapClick. We have been fortunate enough to have been in the second class, and now we are in the third class as well. So that's been going well here, our relationship with the newspaper and everything. Regarding what we do, we all have smartphones and tablets. We are being bombarded with a lot of messaging and advertisement, a lot of communication, and user is generally very annoyed by all these things. So we are here to change that how can we give timely messaging at the right moments and relevant messaging to the context as well as to the individual, so a personalized message as well. That's what TapClick's mission is, and that's what we are here to do. And we've been very fortunate that we've been working with the newspaper very well last time, and this time we are progressing further to see the results of what we have done and what we continue to do further. So we'll talk about that when the opportunity is. But this is what we do.
Great. Can each of you elaborate on your relationship within the operations of Interstate General Media? Specifically, are you working with the editorial or business divisions?
So for us at Tuva Labs, we're working with the editorial division right now to explore ways in which math learning can embed in general news reading, and then prototyping it and then making it into their staging environment and making it live. So first, does it actually make sense from a news perspective? Is it something that the reader will want? Is it something that the community in Philadelphia will be interested in? And the editorial staff is kind of the best person to answer that question. Once we know that this is something that the readership will want, and then we ask ourselves, well, how do we make this work from a business perspective? So that's a conversation, and these are things that we'll be answering over the next few months. But so far, it's mostly been about creating a brand new learning experience on top of news that we believe is going to be transformative in the industry down the line, which is learning while you're reading and learning while you're being informed.
We are also working with the editorial staff, providing them with photo content to enhance readers' time on site. We are working with them to develop back-end products in which to deliver the photos more easily, and we're just really hoping that we can help the paper with giving its readers a good experience and providing more content for them to look at.
So we have been working with the ad operations team, Steve's team, and even the technical team, Davo and those people. Of course, technical team for integrating, but more so on the business side with Kelly and Steve's team as to how they can monetize a good ad experience that we offer. And we have been kind of through some hypotheses that we had up front. It's been tested. Philly is using it successfully in Philly.com app. I think they have been monetizing it also. So, to some extent, a proof that beyond us being integrated with ad operations, there's some benefit that is coming back to the newspaper as well.
How has your company been impacted since participating in the incubator? Start with you.
Sure. Quite a bit. I mean, this is my second class. We were just scraping through a few things when we started summer last year. We have progressed quite a bit from a company perspective. We have now raised some money, and we are raising further money, including with Ben Franklin. From an employee perspective, we have progressed further. From a customer count perspective, we have progressed further. So for a small company, it seems an all-round progress that we have been achieving, and that's been very transformative for us as a business and for me individually to be a part of it. And the Philly relationships that we are forming is also very crucial. They're not going to end. We hope to continue with them for a long time to come.
The incubator has impacted us in a wonderful way. It has provided for us great mentors through Ben Franklin Technology and the people that they've brought in and everybody that we've gotten to know here at Interstate General Media. It has also helped us just put the word out, like about what we're trying to do and how it affects everybody in town and affects everybody in the world. It has also given us we started in our living room. So the office space alone has provided us with something that I don't know if I can quite put into words, but being around people and being in an office, it just gives the company a greater push and a greater momentum and a greater presence in the community. And we really want to thank everybody for that.
So for us personally, it was the whole partnership is pretty amazing because 6 months ago or a year ago I told myself, well, it would be really interesting to see if a newspaper publishing company would be interested in what we're building and seeing if this makes sense for them. And then to actually make it happen is pretty transformative because now we are able to validate one of our core hypotheses, which is what's our value proposition to our customers? Can a publishing company be one of our customers for what we're building, our technology and our product? So in terms of kind of core business, we've been able to verify that we're going to have a fairly new customer channel in the future because of this incubator.
Very good. 3 fine companies. Let's recognize them. I'm now pleased to introduce to you Lexi Norcross, Director of Interstate General Media and Vice President of Philly.com, who will close our program this evening.
Thanks, Terry. All right, tonight was a great event and perfect for launching our programming for Philly Tech Week, which we are a proud sponsor of this year as a media partner. We hope to see all of you back here on Wednesday night at 6 p.m. for our ASL Love and Tech event. It should be a lot of fun, and you might even find your match here. In closing our forum tonight, I wanted to leave you with some news about Philly.com. There has never been a better time to visit our site. After we relaunched in November last year, the site has become easier to navigate and provides rich content that accelerates with every hour of your day, culminating into an evening site at 4 p.m. that takes you out on the town by providing you a guide to the best restaurants, lounges, music, and cultural events in the city. Now more than ever, we are a site where ideas and conversation come together with the new voices of Philly.com. It's a collection of the best writers and experts and opinion makers in our region. You will find John Featherman, Mark Siegel, Bernie Prant, Maria Papadakis, Jill McDevitt, and the Street's Jim Kramer, among many other notable names in the mix. We are presently working with the current startup class of the incubator to include their ideas and innovative products within Philly.com. You can find TapClick on the Philly.com mobile product for the best experience in connecting with our advertisers. We are working with A View from My Seat to help you find the best seats before you buy your tickets for any entertainment and sports venue in the area. Tuva Labs, which personally is making a difference in the community by teaching math and science skills through news and helping Philadelphia and Camden public school students succeed, is also working with Philly.com and our newspapers and education program. Sustainability is the key for these companies, and we are finding ways to increase the relevancy of their products in our role as the region's #1 website for news and information. Thank you again for coming this evening, and don't forget to visit Philly.com once in a while, because we are consistently adding new and exciting features. And please pick up a special gift from us on your way out. Thanks.